drink all you make me feel it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll start the show off by showing this off. A very, very good weekend for Chelsea Football Club so far. Nothing can possibly happen result-wise that will change what you see on the table for Chelsea. Second place. Currently 3 points behind Arsenal. And Arsenal to face Spurs tomorrow. Now, I'm not going to get my hopes up. But, folks, if something were to happen, and then we face Arsenal, and then something else were to happen, I think we're going to have a pretty different discussion about the season in about a week's time. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Big up every single one of you. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Casually FC. And welcome to your match review for Burnley 0, Chelsea 2. Yes, you guys read it correctly. A very good victory. Wasn't the best performance, but the result is what matters, especially when most of us, some of us, a good amount of us, I'll even say, we're going into this fixture thinking, Burnley, I could see Chelsea dropping points to Burnley, myself included. I am guilty of it. We could see us dropping points to Burnley, but then stepping up for Barcelona and Arsenal. We got a pretty intense week ahead of us here as Chelsea fans. So let's get into the review. Ladies and gents, before we do that, smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let me know your thoughts on the whole vertical layout, by the way, where we're trying out some new stuff. Do you like it? Do you want to go back to the horizontal? Let your thoughts be known in the comment section or in the chat, whatever works out for you guys. But yes, please be sure to like the video as it's so pivotal for the channel growth and the algorithm help push out the content for you guys. We're back and better than ever. Listen, we're going to be going on a streak, and I say a streak of streams here on Casually FC. So also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our reactions, any of our analysis, or any of our thoughts on the upcoming games that we're going to be hitting hard and fast. Pause, resume, because it is going to be nonstop until February, I believe. So yes, stay tuned for the content here on Casually FC. And then also, if you have some hype points to use, be sure to let it be used on the video. Help us out with some hype points. And check out the memberships. There's 4 different tiers starting at 99p. All that helps out tremendously. So yeah, let's get into it really quickly, guys, before we step into like really in-depth analysis of what happened in today's game. Start off by looking at the lineup that was released today, and it was pretty questionable. Some things to point out: the absence of Wesley Fofana in the squad in general. That is due to what Maresca's saying right here. Is to manage him and to protect him at this moment. Wesley is playing, and he is good, and he is fit, and we are happy with that. And listen, if you're going to manage him the way you're going to manage Reece, then so be it. Let's just be sure that he is fit, because he is a good center back that we're going to be needing going into the long run. Another thing to mention is also that Moises Caicedo was on the bench. Moises Caicedo, nothing wrong with him. Nothing to do with Barcelona, Arsenal. The reason is he is not in the first 11 is he is coming back. He came back Thursday night from Ecuador, from the national team, then just a light session with us. And the reason he is not playing is it is impossible to protect him a little bit. So barely had enough time to train. It came late Thursday night, early kickoff on a Saturday. So just not convenient. It didn't work out, and he's fine. Just protecting him, making sure that we're not forcing a player to, pick up an injury in that case, right? But long and short, quick summary of today's game. We saw a very questionable center back pairing of Tosin and Chalobah, which has cursed us so many times this season. And I think a lot of Chelsea fans, rightfully so, were probably worried of that center back pairing returning. We'll also mention that Jamie Gittins and Delap also starting. Andre Santos in the pivot with Enzo Fernandez. He had a fantastic game. We'll talk about that. Gittins, who I was in favor for. I was mentioning in a previous stream that I think him in low blocks is probably a good combination. We'll discuss how his performance was today. But overall, a lackluster game, I'll probably say. We kind of started the game on the back foot a little bit. We looked like we were conceding some chances to Burnley. Kind of made up for it with some blocks from Tosin, some blocks from Chalobah, even Andre Santos coming back to do defensive duty work and getting some blocks in there to prevent some shots towards goal. So Sanchez, little bozo moment in the beginning to kick the ball straight to the back of Enzo Fernandez's head. But outside of that, relatively calm and quiet game. The first half kind of continued in that way, calm, quiet. Chelsea not really creating many chances. The first real big chance probably coming from Liam Delap, just creating some space. What did I put in my notes here? It was 33 minutes. Yeah, Delap finally gives us the best moment of the game, and that was, I think, a moment for Neto or another attacker that nothing came of that. And it was about what minute into the game? I think shortly around then where we find ourselves on a scoreboard. Yeah, 37 minutes into the game. Gittins getting the ball on that left-hand side. Didn't really look like he was doing much the whole game, but in this moment, he finally takes a chance to attack the defense and go towards goal. He crosses it, and at first it was a very questionable cross, but at the end of that cross, he found Pedro Neto, who was well onside, heads the ball on the opposite direction, the far post, and gets us on the scoreboard. So brilliant moment of attack. Another assist, I should say, also for Jamie Gittins, who's racking up quite a good amount of assists so far in his first season at Chelsea. The remainder of that first half kind of fizzles out. Not really much going on. I can't recall many opportunities or chances being created. We go into the second half. Another bit of an injury scare regarding Reece James. It was just a precaution. We'll read about it as well. He comes off at halftime, saving him for Barcelona. We're winning the game. And again, kind of lackluster. Second half, first few minutes. We were controlling the game a little better, but again, not good enough in my opinion. And I think we're going to be criticizing João Pedro and Liam Delap a lot this game because they were relatively quiet. I think the wing play got a little better in that second half. Pedro Neto stood out a little more, and it was in that second half, actually, where around the 80th minute, Liam Delap had come off at this point. Mark Guiu comes on, and Guiu, in the small amount of time that he played, actually made more of an impact than Liam Delap. So who would have thought? The striker who was worth 5 million euros versus the striker worth around 30 million euros. The 5 million one made more of an impact. So he comes on, holds up the ball in a moment where I think he actually dispossessed or kept going for. I think he dispossessed the player. Held the ball up, I should say. Enzo Fernandez comes in doing the box crashing that he does and that we've seen him do in the last season and a half now, and is there for the service where Guiu passes to him. Enzo Fernandez scores, and brilliant, people. We are now winning the game 2-0. Estevao doesn't need to come on to cushion the score. And we're doing well for ourselves starting off, returning from an international break, and going into a week where we have Barcelona on Tuesday and Arsenal next Sunday. And being the first game of this Premier League fixture, starting off with a high note and setting the tone for a City who dropped points today and a Liverpool who sunk further down the Premier League table. So, and I should mention Sunderland too. Sunderland didn't get a result. So, yeah, things are looking good for Chelsea today. Very, very good result. I'll start off with Surfer. Surfer looking calm, cool, and collected in the shade. So talk to me, man. What'd you feel about the game?
Near enough perfect performance for me. Wasn't flashy. Didn't need it to be. Just get the 3 points. Control the game. Don't overexert yourself. No injuries. Couple of goals. Another clean sheet. And didn't have to use Caicedo or Esteban. It's been a perfect weekend.
Always a plus.
But, you know, I don't even think there's. I think I've seen a lot about the Delap stuff. I think that's been overblown, in my opinion. I will say he should have passed to Enzo. No problem there. I can't defend him on that. But I think overall, the criticism of him is very, very immature and overblown. Neto, outstanding throughout the entire game. Andre Santos, my man of the match, very good for the entire game. Just a very, very good, satisfying performance. You know, very professional performance, as they say. And
for sure,
yeah, and just what we needed at the start of the break. My only issue was about when we were going to get the second goal, because I didn't feel they were going to do anything at all to us. So it was only like when we're going to get a second goal to be a bit more comfortable. It was right at the end. No issue with that. But yeah, I'm very satisfied with that win today. I mean, you said about your monologue there about talk about Delap and João Pedro. I don't know why we need to talk about Delap and João Pedro. We won. I don't see why we have to talk about them. They won. They contributed.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, to an extent, in regards to Delap, it's I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt and say, hey, listen, you haven't been playing with the squad. The chemistry's not there, and you're still recovering from an injury that you were out for about a month and a half for. Yep. So let's see what happens over the course of time. I don't expect magic overnight or instant impact. Yeah. But even regardless of these players in particular that we're mentioning not being in form, I should mention that there's some. And listen, on the eye test, we watch our club. We as Chelsea fans probably don't think that we're doing too well, right? We could do better. Defensive issues we've had all season and all this and that. But
it needs to be talked about more. It's very sneaky, that stat. Very sneaky.
Yes. I also think what's been sneaky is what's been going on statistically for Chelsea outside of that eye test, right? So 8. Chelsea have won each of their last 8 Premier League games kicking off at 12:30 on a Saturday, with only Manchester City enjoying a longer run of successive victories in this specific kickoff slot in competition. 9 from May 2021 and October 2022. So there's that. Another thing to mention, fun one, is that our next early kickoff is against Newcastle away. So I'm not looking forward to that one. That one's a rough one. Pete will tell you all about that one. So there's that, right? There's also this. Chelsea have won 3 consecutive Premier League away games without conceding for the first time since November 2021. So some good things, some good stats defensively to look at. 50. Chelsea are just the second team in the Premier League history to go 50 consecutive games without a player aged 30 or older in their starting 11 after Aston Villa between September 2012 and January 2014. So youthful side, ladies and gents. And this is an impressive one. Chelsea players with GNA this season. It's across the board. Everyone's been involved.
When did ENZO score that many goals?
I know, right? You would never think.
Last season.
Well, this is this season.
This is
No,
this
I'm
season.
saying,
Yeah.
He said, when did he score that many goals? Last season.
Well, last
No, I'm
season
just
he
saying.
did score
I don't
that
even.
many, yeah.
I don't even remember many of them goals. But yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
Enzo.
The only one
Shout
not
out
on
Enzo,
here,
man.
the surfer. The only one not on here is the lap. Even
He's
Rob
not played
Sanchez
for-
is on
like,
this list.
Like you said, he's not played for 2 months. You know what I mean? You know,
True.
getting back in the swing of it. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
they forgot to put Sanchez on this list. I swear Sanchez has an assist to his name this season. But hey, it is what it
I
is.
can't remember.
Yeah, I swear he's on, but it is what it is. No big deal. But listen, it's impressive. Everyone is getting involved in the attack. I mean, we're doing good despite how.
What are we-
I mean, RSM, you explain it to me, man. I feel like I feel like second place is flattering us. I'm not gonna lie.
23. Yeah, so we're the second. We're the second highest goal scorers in the Prem. I just look it up. We're one behind City, who have 24. We have 23.
Leopards in the
Listen, man. I mean, it's good news when we relied so heavily on Cole Palmer for our offensive output to see the team, doing this, in all the competitions. I mean, I think that's, for me personally, I think that's great news, and it gives me a lot of hope going into later stages. I remember, beginning of the season, it was Cole Palmer scoring all of our goals. Second half of the season, Mark Cucurella or bust. You know what I'm saying? Like, either he scored or we lost the game. So, no, I mean, this is good to see. And to be honest, I'm really, really glad that we are seeing, for me personally, one of the biggest criticisms that we had last season of our wingers is, where is the GNA? Like I said, last season, Pedro Neto gave us 8 GA over the entire season, and now we already have 7 already. So he's already on track to beat his record from last season, which for me shows that
he's already scored the amount of goals in the Premier League that he scored last
season. Exactly. And so when I look at the Club World Cup for Pedro Neto coming into the season, obviously we saw our criticisms where it seems like some games he's doing nothing, but he is providing offensive output, which is something that we absolutely cooked Nani Madueke for, right? This brother was just
100%.
never scored, rarely assisted, didn't do much of anything for us ever. So big up to Pedro Neto for that. And honestly, I think once we have Cole Palmer back in this team, we're going to see the goal numbers go up a ton, not just for him, but for other people, with the amount of passes that he's able to unlock and the things that he's able to do. So for me personally, this is just exciting, very, very exciting that we already have such a complete team, and we still have yet to, really add Cole Palmer into it. Especially, given the fact that we're going to be playing a lot of games, coming up in this winter period. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy. Like I said, we need to get the business done against Burnley, and you look at the results that happened today, after our game, look at all the results that fell our way.
Very
Lots
true.
to look forward to. I'm happy.
We
I'm
sit
excited.
comfortably in second at the moment.
Comfy, bro. Listen, it's we looking down on a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Yep,
No results for the rest of the weekend are going to change if we're in second or not.
No,
Doesn't affect
we're
us.
second. We're
Which is
second
good.
until next weekend. So
Yep.
next
Yeah.
Saturday, so.
Which is always a good thing.
I think you need to go back to. I think you need to go back to this the defensive. Although we conceded 11 goals, this is the 6th clean sheet out of 12. But arguably, what is for me the weakest part of the team, and also what makes it weak, is there's not a consistent partnership.
True.
In the team, it's mix and match. Like,
what'd you feel about Tosin Chalobah? Because I think rightfully so, people were really nervous seeing that.
I
can't lie, it wasn't good, but I think
I didn't love it. Yeah, I ain't love it.
I'll be honest, Marshall, it was still bad, but you know what made up for it was Andre Santos. Like, he did what Caicedo has done the whole season thus far, which is clean up every mess. Because, like, especially that first 30 minutes, bro, you had Tosin and Chalobah just stepping out of the back line constantly, like, just stupidly. But then he was cleaning up everything. So it didn't matter. So it's like they were still, I'll be honest, Tosin still sucks. Like, Chalobah was passable, especially after he went to right back. Tosin just sucks, but it didn't matter because Santos was excellent.
What was better the second half was when Badiashile came on and they had someone to pass the ball to that side.
Oh, that's true, bro.
Yep.
So that's what Chalobah refused it. I was I know me, Scott, RSM are in another group chat, and I'm not gonna big out the guy, but the guy was 14 minutes in going, "Oh, our wingers can't create," and I was thinking they've not been given the fucking ball to create. You know what I mean? I was like, and look how many times they tried to switch the ball to Gittins, and they overhit the pass, or Chalobah refuses a pass with his left foot. So Gittins is never going to get the ball.
Can someone explain to me, because I'll admit I don't have the footballing brain to understand in this case. Why is it that when Chalobah plays that LCB role, he just refuses to pass it wide? Because he's that uncomfortable for him.
It's a comfortability thing. Like
his body position, brother. He's used to passing with his body to the right side, not ever to the
Marshall,
left side.
for the same reason, Chalobah never played left center back in the 3 when Tuchel was here. Yep. He played in the middle or on the right. He's never had to play for any extended period on that side of the field, so he's completely uncomfortable opening his body and passing the ball to that side of the field. Like, the muscle memory for him to do that just doesn't exist. You see plenty of center backs who are right-footed are able to play on that side and excel. Like, a younger version of Koulibaly at Napoli did the same thing. We saw Rudiger do it here for us. John Terry did it for his entire damn career. Played left center back no matter who he was next to. But for whatever reason, in the modern game, you're seeing that less and less. You would think it's simple, but Chalobah, like, it just in his brain, it just doesn't happen.
Gary Cahill did it in a back 3.
It's like you could take a touch, right? Like, it's not like he doesn't. It's like, I understand if like you're being pressed, but like sometimes he has time, doesn't even look, and just here, take it back.
I understand he doesn't even look.
It's about being comfortable, and it's like Pete said, it's muscle memory at the end of the day.
Sure.
Like, it's the same reason. Like, I think there was a conversation that happened around Van Dijk a couple seasons ago where he plays left centre back all the time. He played right centre back in a game and defensively looked suspect because it's the same thing with defending. If you're used to like sending players down a certain side, say you're a left centre back and you're used to sending them down the left hand side where you know how to do it. If you then play on the right, you've got to switch you've got to flip your body like complete 180, and it's like it's hard for you to do unless you've done it pretty consistently. Like, you play both sides, it's hard for you to do because you're so used to sending them inside. So it's just a comfortability thing and a muscle memory thing.
It's the old fight or flight mode, right?
There's an example today.
Yeah, that's what it is. Look at him when he moved to right back.
And it's so in the first half, it must have been like 15-20 minutes in, ball got played down Chalobah's left. The black Belgian Congolese dude, Chalona or whatever his name is, I'm assuming he's Belgian Congolese. That could just me being completely racist. I don't even know. But he just looks like he is, right?
Outrageous.
That could just be some casual racism. I don't actually know. It doesn't matter.
Casually
you guys know who I'm talking about, right?
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
He was on the right-hand side. Okay, my bad.
He definitely stands out in Burnley.
He's on the right-hand side. He just looks like one of them Lavia guys, you know. He's on the right side. You know he's left-footed. You know he's cutting in. I don't care, dude. Fuck it. Anyways, you know he's left-footed. You know he's gonna cut in. Chalobah knew it too. Chalobah knew it too. Like, when you're a defender, you're in the channels, you're running back towards your own goal. You have to know what the tendencies and the preferences are of the people that are running at you. Chalobah was waiting to step on his right. You could see how he completely, he shuffled his feet, he got across, he blocked the shot. It was like one moment of anticipation, but he was able to play back onto his stronger side. Whereas, for whatever reason, whenever Chalobah's on that left-hand side and he's dealing with guys that want to go on the outside of him, he just cannot live with it because he has to push off that left foot. He's not used to defending or doing anything on that left-hand side. He wants everything to happen on his right foot.
It's like everyone has a dominant throwing arm, right? And they have a dominant throwing arm. But when you try and throw with your other arm, like, I'm left-handed, right? But I throw with my right.
Me too. Yeah. Same situation.
But I'm now thinking, my brain now is I'm trying to think of how to throw with my left, and my brain's like going into meltdown.
It can't compute.
Because it can't compute it. And that's like Chalobah's like on his left foot. It's like, no, my left foot's just for standing and walking. It's not
what is the error for left foot not found? He just doesn't have
it's like error.
It just doesn't exist.
It does.
And the thing is, Marshall, he's also not one of those players that's he's quite a risk averse player anyway.
Yeah.
Like you see the way he plays. Even on his right foot, he's not an amazing passer. And that's on his right foot. So it's like he's not if he's so risk averse on his dominant foot in terms of making those big long passes, he's never doing it on his left foot. So you're trying to ask for the bare minimum on that left foot, basically, which is what he does. It's little pass back to the goalkeeper, or maybe the odd pass sideways into like Enzo or whatever if he's come close to get the ball. That's all it is. So then what you're relying on is Tosin to be the one to do that. And like I said, he sucks. So like
today, by the way.
To be fair, Tosin, wasn't it Tosin who made the pass to Kukurea for the goal?
I think so. Tosin had good passing today.
I don't agree.
That's what I'll give him.
The way Tosin and Chalobah were willing to put their foot on the ball and watch guys just get covered up in midfield and then pretend like they had no other option but passing backwards in that first half an hour drove me insane. The one thing that
execution, it was bad.
The one thing that Tosin's supposed to be good at is playing that middle center back role and finding people between the lines. And that was what he was the worst at, and that was, in my opinion, why we struggled so much in that first half.
Yep.
Like I can live with Tosin being clunky and slow-footed and clumsy defending-wise. I can live with it. I expect that. I cannot tolerate a guy playing middle center back that wants to take 7 touches on the ball and be completely allergic to passing the ball forward.
Yeah.
Because
how many times
all Burnley did was sit 3 behind their front 3 and just sit super narrow. So like
they covered this.
They had Ugochukwu running that show in the first half.
Yeah, Ugochukwu was running the first half for sure.
He was running.
The issue with Tosin's passing was also that their left back didn't want to defend, right? He just wanted to attack. And that's why Neto destroyed him all game. But the issue was several times him and Delap were on the left and they made brilliant runs. But neither Chalobah or Tosin wanted to do the pass. They just
actually that is so true.
I saw it on.
There was a huge gap between the centre. There was a huge gap on that left-hand side. The midfield wasn't covering. The left back was playing basically left wing. So there was a huge gap. And Delap and Neto were there. And there was one point where they both made the same run, and they were free. They were both free. And
Tosin, foot on the ball, looked right at them, didn't play.
Yeah, it could have played it right over. They were taking out the entire.
If anybody remembers West Ham away last season, the goal that Jackson scored, the first one, where he hit it with the outside of his right foot, and he made that run from a deeper position after somebody checked to the ball. It was a carbon copy, same thing. All you have to do is dink the ball over, and we're through on goal. It's not even like Tosin was getting closed down or was under pressure.
Loads of time.
He just stood there, watched him run, said, "Oh, that would be nice," and then just didn't play the pass. It's like, brother, the whole point of you being in that role and somebody like Chalobah not being in that role, because we know Chalobah is very risk averse, is when you have that opportunity, we have guys running beyond the back line, like because Burnley were stepping in with the guys checking to the ball, trying to make sure there are no short options. You have to hit that ball over the top. Which was so nice,
which was so the difference in the second half. With Badashile's passing was so much faster when he got the ball, and he could put it to the left. That it opened the game up even more, and Burnley couldn't even get the ball off us there because we had different options. We had someone who could pass to the left and the right. Do you know what I mean? We had all those options, or in the middle, and that was the difference when you have a left-footed, when you have someone who can use their left foot, whether they're left-footed or not, but can use their left foot and gives themselves more options. It was just that's the main difference, and that's why we were more comfortable in the second half than the first half because we're able to have those options, central and out wide.
I'm just going to read this super chat real quick and then we continue this conversation. It actually has to do with this. So shout out to C2A for the £4.99 super chat. Really appreciate the donation, my friend. I would have so much chest for a title race if it weren't for Chalobah and Tosin. All it takes is one bozo moment from them to destroy any momentum. And you're not entirely wrong. I think it doesn't even necessarily even be a bozo moment. I mean, today is an example of it's just...
Oh, they tried.
They tried.
I know for sure Tosin tried. Tosin did try.
I remember this one time. I think somebody from Burnley had the ball outside the box, and they're just standing off him. And Santos has to be the one to do like the Caicedo thing, just pick it around the ball out from around him. Like
Tosin, by the way, but Pete kind of touched on it earlier about it. Like for someone so clunky and like the guy moves like a tank. He loves stepping out of the defense a lot, by the way. For someone who can't move, like what he's doing, bro. Like the amount of times he would step out of midfield, and these guys, it was either like Ugochukwu or it was like the opposite winger. So like Anthony did it to Chowner one time. Just play it through the middle of the space he vacates. It's like, bro, do you know your level? Like, do you know how slow you are?
He doesn't know, bro. He doesn't know. I feel like
then the self-awareness is tragic.
He feels like he's a prime centre back or something because
if you're going to step into midfield as a centre back with the ball, that pass better be a longer pass.
Oh no,
to give yourself time to recover back to your position.
No, Pete. When I said he was doing that, I mean we were off the ball. I'm saying he's doing instead of he's stepping as a centre back off the ball out of the defence to go and like press the guy on the ball or like try and force the issue or something. It's like, what? You can't recover that, bro. If the ball goes behind,
the thing is, I don't know. I feel like I don't know why he's trying to be the aggressive defender when it should probably be Chalobah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
The thing is, though, if I give you this example, last time Chalobah was the more aggressive defender, he didn't help him with a 1v1 against him, and then he didn't have the agility to actually move when the attacker
so it's kind of chalked either way, to be fair.
Our defense is such a clown show, bro.
So like, listen, I can't lie to you.
I just don't think that pairing compliments.
But it's crazy because we're second
each other
in the league. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
but
crazy
listen,
that our
Marshall,
defense is shit and we're
The
second.
pairing doesn't
in the league.
complement each other whatsoever. There's not like recovery pace.
Yeah,
There's not like an outstanding ability to play forward passes quickly. There's not the ability to defend exceptionally well in wide positions. There's not like exceptional instinctual decision making. There's just like nothing spectacular. It's just like hope the ball's not near them, and then we'll do all right. And I just don't think that's like a solid way to exist. I don't know.
Yet we sit here, amazingly sitting here saying we have 6 clean sheets out of 12.
Yep.
Rob Sanchez has 1 clean sheet less than David Raya. This is the world we're living in right now.
I'm actually going to say
Sanchez
something
is a criminal
here.
today.
Caicedo
I'm going to say something here that's a bit out of character. We should give credit obviously to Sanchez. I can't believe I'm saying that. But
criminal today.
Where's this
Where's
episode?
this going? Where's this going? Where's this going?
Where's this going? Yeah.
Listen,
Where's
wait.
this episode go to?
Listen,
Let him land,
in
let him
general,
land, let him land.
I'm talking about I feel like generally this season, barring the Man United stupidity that
Can
he
you move me
caused.
away from him? I don't want to.
I hate to say
I
this.
don't want to be next
Barring
to
the
him.
Manchester United
Kind of in a weird
stupidity.
situation here. There we go.
Barring the Manchester United obviously stupidity that he's obviously did. Like I think in general, he's actually been consistent, which I can only somewhat, which I think considering.
The consistency for me, I think Maresca's trying to do what he did at the end of last season with that running and just limit the amount of shots possible or long shots as possible.
Fair enough. That's fair enough. Okay.
And that's fine. That's fine because it worked at the end of last season. We had 6 clean sheets out of 7 to finish 4th, and that's what I think is a good thing. I'm fine. Listen, this is the Rob Sanchez I want. If I don't have to talk about him or notice him, apart from that kick on, although I don't know why he was when we were 1-0 up, he was rushing the ball out.
I don't know.
And I was going.
That's what Sanchez does, though.
We're 1-0 up. They're not 1-0 up. We are.
Yeah, that's what
1-0
Sanchez
up.
does, though.
We started collectively losing our heads because the crowd got louder.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
no other reason. For no other reason did we start.
Drop down. When he collected the ball, when he did do that thing that goalkeepers do, when they drop down and hold it for like 30 seconds. A little bit. Just keep it calm. But he wanted to throw it out. But listen.
He rushed to throw to Neto. The ball came right back to us. Then he got the ball 10 seconds later, tried a quick kick to Neto, and it went out of touch. I'm like, brother.
It's like, no, calm down. And I could swear they pumped. Maresca was going mad on the sideline.
I don't know. Maybe he's still Poch pilled, isn't it? Because he's used to Poch doing the No, no, cheeky jokes.
I looked at the whistle. I looked at the whistle for a second, bro.
I think you see what part of it is today with the Sanchez thing in terms of, I think he's been helped by, and RSM touched on it a little bit earlier, like the guys in front of him in terms of not the defenders, but like Caicedo and like Santos today. Outside of that one long shot from, I think it was Anthony in the second half. No, the first half, I think it was, whatever it was. I don't remember him making a save.
He didn't.
No. He had a quiet day at the office today.
Because even the times where they got in, the Burnley attackers, like you took the Chow one where he cuts in and Chalobah gets the block, or Santos is cleaning up everything. He had nothing to do. So that, like, I think he's had a few games like that where what is helping him is the fact what's helping him and what he has improved on is like the cross claiming was excellent today and has actually improved massively. That's the one thing he has improved on massively. The passing, all he's done is just stop hitting long passes on a consistent basis. Like, he's just playing a lot of stuff short now, which is good. You don't have to hoof the ball out of play every 5 minutes. So all he's done, he hasn't actually like improved in outside the cross claiming. We've either limited what he has to do in the game, or he's just stopped making bozo decisions in terms of passing. Yeah. Like, that's all he's really done. He's just
let me know if you
he's
want
just
link.
Like
it's
yeah, he's just cut out some of the bozo stuff in terms of like the passing.
Not that he stopped making bozo decisions. He's making low risk, pretty low reward bozo decisions. Like, it's one thing to try and play it to Santos, who's getting closed down by an Ugochukwu, for example, and for us to lose the ball there, because what happens next is a shot on goal and probably a goal. It's a complete different thing to try and ping the ball 50 yards to Neto and then have it bounce out of touch for a throw 70 yards from your own goal, and then everybody rolls their eyes, but they get over it. You know, like, it's percentage football, but like in a different way. I don't hate it, but it is. I do feel like he could pick his spots better, for sure.
I think what sums him up is it was the second goal, the build up was great, but if you notice that little 1-2 between him and Gusto, where he just nonchalantly
I don't blame Sanchez for that, by the way.
No,
I know he scored.
He was playing
I
with
don't
fire
blame
on that
Sanchez. I would not blame Sanchez for that.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that just sums him up with just the way he just nonchalantly just like he was being closed down. He was.
I don't even think it was nonchalant. I think he was legitimately not expecting to get the ball. At least like
Don't be Gusto, man.
The thing is, what Gusto should have done is just chest it down to him so he can pick it up.
Yeah.
That's so like first time with his foot, so it's like now I can't pick it up. And like, thank God we scored from the move, but it's like, guys, if you're the fullback there, you're not passing it back to your goalkeeper with your foot in that position. That's insane.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like stoop down, chest it, and then he grabs it, and then we're good. It was insane.
Yeah.
It was like a series of collectively insane decisions. And
one thing I wanted to kind of like slightly pivot towards, another guy I want to pivot towards, is that, you know, this is someone that's learned from his fellow countrymen. And you know what? I've got to give him credit for learning from his fellow countrymen. That's Fred Neto. I have to give him credit. You know, he's actually, I think he's got this season 4 goals and 2 assists now.
2 assists.
He's doing good for himself.
I have to give credit, bro. You know, some of the performances have been not great, but in general, he's giving goals and assists.
His last performance, what was the game? It was a shit game, but he got a goal and assist for 2
Wolves. Yeah, Wolves was like terrible, and he got until he went at number 9, and then he got the goal.
But the
even
thing
today,
is,
like he was like the whole attack. To be fair, was quite.
The first half was really bad. Second half he looked a lot better.
He was okay. Like Andrew said, I think some of the chances or some of the openings he was getting was just because the left back for Burnley didn't want to defend. Like, bro was just not defending.
Yeah.
But like even outside that, he wasn't great. But he got the goal, and it was one of those goals of like we've been asking our wingers to do that. Of get in the box for those kind of crosses, get on the back post, get
no other reason to be on the
I've not seen our wingers do that. The only one we've seen do that on a regular basis is what's his name, Esteban.
Yeah, I just think for me, I just think for me, we should give him credit, man. He's finally getting the GNA. Last season, one of the things we were criticizing quite heavily for was that, you know, he'd have the performances, but not, the goals and assists weren't coming. So I think for me, this is something I want to give him, like, you know, the credit for, even though the other stuff is lacking. But at the end of the day, the aim of the game of football,
by the way,
he score and assist.
He didn't hit the post. That was a good save from Maguire.
Yeah, that was a good save.
True. I forgot about that. I mean, to be fair to Neto, like if I'm to like really like defend him, the thing I think a big reason why Neto plays game in, game out, it's not only because of the experience thing. I think that's fair given the track record that ENZO Maresca has, right? But I think another factor is that I feel like sometimes the fan base forgets Maresca likes possession. And so when it comes to possession, I feel like when I watch Neto versus like Garnacho or a Gittins, sure, Garnacho will try to go forward with it, lose the ball. Like I feel like the other wingers, the more younger ones, are more likely to lose the ball, lose possession, try to take those risks and stuff. Whereas Neto, he's a little bit more calculated. He does a really good job of keeping possession, and if the chance isn't there, he'll just pass it back, which us as viewers of the game probably get a little frustrated because we want our wingers to do more attacking, especially someone like Neto, who we know has pace, we know can dribble past and a man and beat a man. Like, I think that's a big part of why he starts game in and game out. I don't usually complain about Pedro Neto constantly losing the ball on that right-hand side. If anything, most of my complaints of Neto are, bro, do something else.
Marshall,
Are you sure about that?
I would take your point and counter it with literally the last game we just played in the league in Wolves.
I mean, that's
But
fair.
I'd also say like he tracks back the best out of all our wingers, and that's what.
Yeah,
That's why he plays.
Like,
Is the work rate.
that's why he plays.
He's the only wide player we have that instinctually covers fullbacks when the ball is like working its way over to our side of the pitch and we're in the final third. Like I saw it a few times today with Kyle Walker, but no, it was whatever the dude, the Dutch dude on the other side. You see it I saw it a few times where like that guy would make the run on the outside. And Neto's the only person in our squad who every single time fullback makes that run, Neto's there. We've seen Garnacho at the back post just kind of stand there. I've seen Gittins not track runners. We've all seen Esteval not do it. The reason I think he plays is because it's one less question mark to worry about defensive-wise. And when nobody is giving you outstanding output, there's really no reason for him to kind of not play. That being said, he is giving you output now, which is what we kind of need. You can't go an entire season without wingers scoring goals. It's just you're not going to be in a good place.
And listen, I'll criticize now, but I think he gets too royally over criticized for my liking in terms of what others don't get. But he's more of these type of performances this season than not. And you know what? I'd rather him do an assist, doing a goal, than being 8 out of 10 and not do anything in the match.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'd rather that. I'm so sick of the aesthetics. I need bottom line. Do you know what I mean? Like today wasn't an aesthetically pleasing overall performance, but I liked it because it was just straight down the middle. It was like today reminded me of like a Mourinho type performance. Do you know what I mean? Like going away, just getting the job done, controlling it, not overexerting yourself, and not having to be flashy and all that shit. Do you know what I mean? That's what I liked about today. It was just straight down. We're better than you. We're going to stomp and we're going to keep our foot on your neck, even at 1-0. We're still better than you. You try and do something. We made them play after about half an hour. We made them play at our pace for the rest of that game. True. That's what we did. We controlled the entire game after that. They tried to rile us up, and a few of them fell for it, but it wasn't too much. But when it comes to Neto, more like that. And like Pete's right and Chris is right. It's the work rate as well. The rest don't have the work rate he does. Maybe that will come with like Esteval and something like that, but certainly Garnacho and Gittins don't at the moment on that left-hand side to give the work rate that Neto does. I mean, for Christ's sake, in the Club World Cup final, he's playing left wing back or right wing back. Do you know what I mean? I think it helps Reece as well on that right-hand side. I think that helps him in terms of what Reece is able to do. But yeah, he's good. Like I said, like I said earlier, he's already scored the amount of goals in the league this season than he did in the entire league last season.
Did he?
Yeah, he's already got 4. Wow. He only got 4 last season. He's already got 4.
He was scoring a few goals later in the season.
His best ever. I'm pretty sure his best ever return in the league is 6.
Oh wow!
Before he got the major injuries at Wolves, yeah.
Well, it's like Maresca won.
Yeah, he's never been a goal scorer. Like he's always been the assist guy.
People got this mixed idea that he was some type of effing free scoring champion at Wolves or something.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just that never happened. He was more creator, but. Can he do better in other games? Yes, he can do better. But if you give me an assist or a goal, and it helps us win, I couldn't care less where you perform, really. You know what I
But
mean?
isn't that what Muska's trying to do? Is trying to get all our wingers, 10s, and strikers to get like 10 goals each, basically.
I think he's
So-
trying to do the best he can until he can get Cole Palmer back in his team. That's what he's trying to do.
I also think Chris is trying to do that, and I think that's part of the reason. Like, you look at like what Marshall showed us earlier in terms of we're the second highest top goal scorers as a team, even though I would say that most of us are not entirely happy with how our attackers performed that season as a totality.
Yeah, we moaned a lot about our
But
season. So.
but like, you see that we're getting goals from everywhere. Enzo's got 5, Caicedo's got 4. We saw, obviously, Gusto got his goal. We saw on that list, who else was on
Don't
there?
pull it up again.
Santos has got some goals.
Yeah.
Even Tyreek George has got some goals. Like, even though our attack as a totality has been probably like a 6, 7 out of 10, I'd say 6. Like, if you go across the whole season, because we're getting goals from other places, it hasn't mattered as much.
You know, Esteban, man, he's like top 4, and he's barely like played as many minutes. He's like, top 4 of GA, I guess.
Yeah,
By
he's
the way, I'm gonna
for
mention
Chelsea.
this.
I think
quick.
he's every 110 minutes a goal or assist. He's basically every
That's
game.
nuts.
It's insane. And I'm going to mention this too. Like, we're only 1 goal away from tying for most goals in the league, which is Man City,
Well,
obviously, with
we
Haaland.
were tied until City scored the
Today.
goal.
Oh, fair. Yeah, fair play.
You know what I mean? So I don't see I don't think there should. I think about scoring goals. The amount of goals shouldn't come into the fact. It's just making sure that we score the goals that are important. I don't care to match City in terms of total goals. It's the important goals. Because a 1-0 victory is just as good as a 4-0 victory. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
think for me, listen, one thing I would add, just to this conversation is that, being without Palmer is a necessity. We needed this to happen because we need some of these guys to actually step up and improve. Right now, obviously, I'm not saying, let's make sure we can survive without Palmer. But the point I'm trying to make is that these guys need to like learn to be able to create their own chances, to be able to score by themselves, and with the guys around them, right? Such that when Palmer comes back into the team, it's not I need to pass the Palmer. You know what I mean? We don't want
We
to
see it, right? I mean,
Yeah,
look at
exactly,
look
bro.
at the 2 teams that are lost today.
Exactly, yeah.
Heavy reliant on Salah. Salah doesn't do anything.
Heavy reliant on Haaland.
Oh, he was
And
horrible.
heavily reliant
Heavy
on
reliant on Haaland.
Mhm.
Look at those misses that City had today. Haaland, I think he had 1 decent chance. I think Haaland had.
Pretty much,
Like,
yeah.
to score.
Yeah.
But without that, Phil Foden. First of all, someone tell me how when you hit the inside of a foot, the ball's supposed to curl inside, but his shot curled that way.
Joe
Someone
Lampard,
did-
man.
Yeah.
Physics not running out.
Physics aren't right in that one, but that's what I mean. It's like I'd rather have this type of, I'd rather have this type of way and then try and put Cole Palmer in there to add to that. You know what I mean? It's a good way. It's like it's not, like we said, we'll probably move on to him, but look, Enzo's like got 5 goals.
5
4
goals,
in
yeah.
the league. We got 3 or 4 players that got 3 or 4 like 4 or 5 goals in the league alone. You know what I mean?
Actually, I mean, since you mentioned it, I might as well move over to this because there's a tweet on it. I don't agree with it. I don't think he's a man of the match, but some people are making the argument.
He was good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest.
But just to read the stats real quick before you go, Scott, and then we'll get into Andre Santos. 1 goal, 2 shots, 3 chances created, 4 defensive contributions. I don't care about the scores or whatever. He created more chances 3 than any player on the pitch today, which is great. But I think the talk of the town has to be Andre Santos, right? So Enzo Maresca on Andre Santos. With us, most of the time he has been playing a bit higher in the pocket. In the deeper positions, we have Moy. So we try to find solutions for Andre. We are aware his position is the one he played today. So today was more along the lines of where we want to play Santos. Neto also had this to add. Andre Santos was unbelievable. We need this type of performance when there are lots of battles. It's always good to come back from break with a win, and we are looking forward to the big games in the Premier League. And these are the stats today. No Caicedo, no problem. Andre Santos game by numbers versus Burnley. 63 touches, 7 duels won, which is impressive. 4 interceptions, 4 times possessions won, 4 clearances, 3 tackles, 2 fouls won, 1 chance created, 1 shot. I think it's without a doubt player of the match today.
Oh, it's not even close.
Yeah,
It's not
he was
even-
great. He was great.
He was running
do you
in
know
the
what?
midfield.
Do you know what was great? You know what was great today, right? Because I thought he was going to do it when it was like 1-0 into the last 10 minutes. I thought Maresca was going to like press the Caicedo button just to see out the game. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, me too.
last 10 minutes, just see out. But because also I think like Santos was like hobbling a bit. Like they really tried to rough him up, but this guy's from Brazil. Do you know what I mean? It's like can't really do that.
South America, they all rough each other.
Yeah, exactly. So, no, he was great. Great last ditch tackles, great blocks, good passing, and this is that Maresca's right, and I hope he sticks to it. This in the Premier League, this is his position. Not higher up, not as an 8, not as a 10, definitely not. This is his position. This is it. This is his position. Whether he's like a full-blown defensive midfielder or not, I don't care. But this is his position. He was very good today, and so much so that really, like, I know they have like ENZO there doing like a lot of defensive stuff, but he was left a lot by himself, Santos, in the middle, a lot today. You know, because of the control.
But I think,
and it was fine.
I think for me with Santos, man, you know, we need a game like this. This is like a great game.
I agree.
This is a great game for him to you know, kind of like build off of. You know, whether it be off the bench to help solidify the team, or like whenever he's going to be starting for us. Because this guy's quality, man. I've said this before. Watching him at Strasbourg last year, the last 2 years has been amazing, and I'm really happy, bro, that we've got a guy that's quality in the team that can finally perform. Sometimes, as I said before, it takes time for some of these players to embed into the team. And hopefully this is him really getting into the team and like being a great star depth piece.
But even then, like I feel like with how many games are in the season and how long the season is, right? Like I pretty much regurgitate the same thing there. But with the amount of games in the season, there are going to be some games that are just more suited to certain styles of players than others. And this gives me confidence that even with Isugo, who is not back, who is supposed to be the backup to Caicedo, we can rely on Santos. He's versatile enough to do a role similar to Caicedo and give Caicedo a little bit of rest. Because let's be honest, like this season, I think the player who's played the most minutes has been Caicedo, outside of Rob Sanchez, obviously.
The one caveat I'm gonna give. The one caveat I'm gonna give for the Isugo Glaze is that again, he's not had that level of football experience. That's the one thing I'm gonna say. You know, I have to caveat that heavily with him because you know, at least if Santos, we can at least make the argument.
What do you mean that level of football experience? Like in the
at
Premier
least,
League?
Not just in terms of the level he's played at.
The level he's played at in general, right?
Sure.
Right. Like I don't think we should be, particularly with Isugo, throwing him to the wolves like that. I feel like with Santos, I think the argument can be at least he's played 2 seasons in Ligue 1, right? Andre Santos can probably be, you can probably implement him a bit more, right? I think with Isugo, it should be like a slow thing. It should probably be.
We have no choice. We have no choice.
3 guys now. Fair enough, actually.
We have no choice.
Santos today showed us that, okay, there's something we can use here.
If Isugo's fit, he's gonna be expected to chip in. We have no choice.
Yeah.
Because Lavia's not fit.
Lavia's not fit. And
our midfield's thin when you think about it. We're running on fumes, to be honest. We're one injury away from having no backups.
Like it would be fantastic to like bed him in slowly. Like that sounds good, but the guy who's supposed to be playing with Santos can't stay fit for more than 270 minutes at a time and hasn't completed a full 90 in 26 months of being employed at this football club. So when these guys are fit, man, considering we're playing midweek pretty much every week until the international break in March, like they gotta play. It is what it is, but they gotta help out.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. And listen, like I get where Ahmed's coming from, right? Like obviously slowly integrate some of these players.
He hates Isugo, he just said it.
Well,
I hate Isugo.
Outside of the Isugo agenda.
Wow, the Isugo agenda.
I mean, he hates a lot of players, so I'm not surprised. He hates Esteban. He hates Esteban.
That's true. Listen, that's all right.
I mean, you can hate Isugo all you want. I think it's weird.
I don't hate Isugo. Again, I don't even know the guys. How can I hate on a guy that I barely watch? That's crazy.
Because you barely watch Esteban, you still hate him.
Well, Chris, again, stop
Say that. You won that debate.
Using Sora AI to claim that.
Sora AI.
That's Sora AI, Chris. Please, man. Have shame, Chris.
I listen with Isugo, like, yeah, I get where Ahmed's coming from, right? Like he's still not up to speed, but it's what Pete's saying. Like we have a lot of games. Like what made this game for Andre Santos so much better than what it actually was is the fact that, cool, we have Barcelona next. We have a fully rested Caicedo for Barcelona. You know how important and how key that's going to be? Like, that's big. And for
Pedri as well.
and for them and for us to have that option now, it's important. It's going to happen again later in the season when we have to face Man City. We want to go there with fresh legs. Maybe the game before you bring on a Santos or a Sugo if he's ready at that time.
It's going to happen after the Arsenal game. It's got Leeds in the midweek. So, away.
Yeah, Marshall, we already went through the amount of games we have in such a short period of time. We have max 4 days of rest between every game between now and I think it's like the end of December.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, because that boxing day
we played Tuesday, Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, I think, and
When's
that
Lavia
takes us
back?
through Newcastle.
When might need Lavia too?
That's a good joke, Chris. Who knows?
You might need Lavia back. No, I can guarantee you one thing. Whenever we have Anfield away, Lavia will be okay for Anfield away.
Chris, they said minimum of 6 weeks.
What, muscle injury?
Nobody knows what it is, but
we don't
whatever he
has.
has.
Right? Something in his thigh, like a muscular thigh injury.
I would guess it's like a quad issue, and if it's a legit quad issue, I think it's going to take way more than 6 weeks. But
probably
we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I don't expect to see Lavia. I don't expect to see Lavia before 2026. I'll put it that way.
Anfield away.
I'm expecting him.
Away.
So
we'll be there.
We're getting Adam Morton in January. It's fine.
Literally another body would be nice.
Lavia be fit for Liverpool.
No, like it's another body would be nice, just because like we're better. We're in a better position now than we were last season. However,
I don't know if that's true
in terms of depth, right? But like we're heading towards.
We didn't really get a lot of injuries last season. Yeah, Reece James.
I
was gonna say in terms of numbers we have the same amount. It's just quality wise, we think Santos is better than
quality wise. I don't know.
It's the exact same.
Who do we have last season as a backup to Enzo or Caicedo?
KDH.
With Lavia and Dewsbury Hall.
Christ,
we had Cassidy for a little bit.
Now we have Santos.
How long
I'll say Marshall. The only person extra we've got is Asugo, who's currently injured until December, potentially the new year. So
good times.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, at least we have
last season. One of our center backs was called. Only to stress about one. Now it's who knows. It is what it is, man. But we don't have Jackson up front anymore. So
I can't lie to you. If we're talking about players up front,
let's talk about it.
Might as well have had Jackson up front.
This is what Enzo had to say in regards to it. Liam Delap waiting for the first Premier League goal. Be patient, no doubt the goal will arrive. Liam is the type of striker where you, as a defender, is always worried. Which, sure, that's fine. But I think if I had to be super critical today, which, like I said earlier in the show, I'm willing to just
super critical, but sure.
But I'm just gonna say like being harsh, right? Because I think I'm willing to snuff up a few of the reasons why he's played the way he played today. To okay, you're not fully match fit, right? This is only your second start, I think, since you came back. You're not fully chemmed up with the green lines and stuff. You're not fully chemistry's not fully there with the rest of the team, which we see how that's benefited like maybe Gittins and certain other players in the team. But in today's game, I think the highlight of his game today was that one. I forget what it was. He had a moment where he held up the ball for enough and then passed it along to Neto, and then Neto didn't get the shot on target or something. I forget what it exactly was, but that was it. I think today the touches weren't there. Maybe taking shots, the decision making wasn't great. Maybe taking shots when he probably shouldn't have. But again, he's a striker. But he's not alone in it either. I feel like him and João Pedro were kind of in the same exact.
They both sucked.
Yeah.
I think
our entire front
four. They don't have chemistry with each other. Like Delap and João Pedro do not have chemistry, bro.
I agree.
It feels
Marshall,
that way,
do you know what part of it is for me though with the Delap thing, and I think this is part of what you get when you go and sign a striker like this is if he's not scoring goals, there's not really anything else. Like unfortunately, like the hold up play, the link up play, like basically non-existent today. Outside of that, there was one moment actually the lap that had was good where he held the ball up and I think he passed off to João Pedro and then João Pedro lost it in the second half. But outside of that, there was like nothing in that department from him, which you're going to get from these type of players. You see it from like Haaland sometimes. Like if he's not scoring, there are games where he's not really doing anything, but he's scoring a bunch, so it doesn't really matter. Unfortunately, with these type of strikers, that's kind of how it is. You need to supply them with service and they need to be getting goals. Otherwise, their effect on the game is kind of just nothing. And that's what he was saying was nothing.
I just think this is too much over analysis on his performance today. I really do. I just don't think it's a worry at the moment. Like I said,
I'm not worried, but today was.
But I'm not
kind
talking
of
you.
stinky.
I'm just generically just saying it's like come back from a 2 month.
Our wingers look like they've never seen our striker play.
They haven't.
That's my bigger like concern.
They haven't. This is like
they look like they've legit never played with each other.
This is legitimately his like 5th game this season. Like I said, it's like 2 second starts since a 2 month layoff.
I would like to hear Ahmed what he thinks of the
I will say the one thing I cannot defend him on is his decision not to pass to ENZO in the second half. The one thing I cannot defend him on that whatsoever.
Hey man,
that's not
defendable.
Andrew, there was another one, by the way. I know there was another one in the second half where
when he had this shot, he had Gittins on the left.
No, Andrew, I agree. There's as bad as that one is, there was another one in the second half where he gets in the box and has a chance to cut the ball across. So I think it was ENZO, and he just fully puts his foot on the ball and comes back inside to try and shoot. And it's like, bro, if that's Jackson, we're cooking the shit up him. That's not a channel.
He's played through the channel on his left foot. You see ENZO making the run.
Yeah, that's
put the ball across the box. It's 2-0. It's game over.
I think what like I said, until he gets in tune, I think it's like second guess. I don't know. It's like second guessing himself and stuff like that. And he has to get out. That's his own issue. He has to get out with. It's just. I just think like when I see like I know RSM, Scott were in that group chat today. It was like I was like looking at all the messages that Delap was getting in the first half, getting criticised, and it was nothing for João Pedro. It was just it was worse in the first half.
I forgot about that.
Man.
You know what I mean? He was
this wasn't even the one I'm talking about, by the way.
This wasn't
the one I'm talking about.
Because you went for
the
shot.
This is not great.
I remember him going
this
for
is
shot.
not great, but I could. This is not great, but I can defend this.
Okay? Yeah, I can defend this. The second one is in the second half. Is the non-defendable one.
The one in the second half where he gets played through on goal, like he's not taking a single touch, and we see him look across the box and just not play the pass because ENZO was more open than Neto is there.
Yeah.
Right, and there was more space in the second half. It was like as he's crossing the 18-yard box line that runs parallel with the goal line, like there's more space to hit that cross than there is there. Like I would still encourage strikers or anyone in the channel there to put the ball across and just play the percentages and see if something happens.
Well, we know he can listen. I don't care what anyone says. We know he has the awareness because he created that goal for ENZO in the Club World Cup. But he can, so it's a point of I don't know if he's trying too hard and he's overthinking it or stuff like that. But
it's not just him who did this today. There's plenty of times where okay, so this not reverse passing to Gittins is bad, but not passing to whoever's on his right, which I think is ENZO. But
it's Neto.
Okay, not passing to that person is even worse. Like because I can get not wanting to try a reverse pass in that position and risk fucking up the counter. I understand that. If you want to play it safe, take one more touch and just slide the pass through. And then you keep running almost towards the corner flag. Give that person space to cut inside if they want. Make them make a decision, right? But there was plenty of times today in our attack in these transitional moments where we're just making the wrong decisions or just refusing to play the pass.
Yeah, it's a pattern.
And it's not just the lap. João Pedro did this. There was a moment 10 minutes in where Gittins had Cucurella on the underlap and just didn't play him. Played a sideways pass and lost it in a position where Cucurella is the one person who consistently gets in those positions and does the right thing playing a ball across the box. Like, we just have opportunities to get into dangerous positions and service those dangerous areas, and we just choose not to do it. And I don't get where that comes from as attacking players. I really don't get it. I don't know why we're so hesitant to do it. The one time we played the ball to the back post when we had guys running through on goal, we scored.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, wait, they can't. Part of the reason the first goal was so shocking to me is like that cross is harder for Gittins to play than Delap playing the ball across the box for Enzo.
Yeah, very much so.
Like, I don't get why we do the more difficult thing and just we don't do seemingly instinctual stuff. I don't really know how to fix that. I wouldn't know what to do.
I think the only real existential chances were probably during the second half, where it was like the ball when Neto hit the chance ended up on the post, and then
guys, how do you not play this?
Yeah, this is the one I'm talking about, by the way. He slows down and puts his foot on the ball and tries to cut back inside.
Yes, guys, what are we looking at? How are you not playing this? And the question of offsides in Delap's brain wouldn't exist because he's the only person about to enter the box and there's no one else in the box.
But even if this, Pete, it's like, okay, that's not your job to decide if it's offside or not. Do you know what I mean?
You play the ball across.
Play the ball. They now don't raise the flag until right at the end. So we don't even know if it's going to be offside.
But it's like, brother, and you have so much, like, Dubravka would have to cover probably about 10 yards in maybe 3/4 of a second to close that down. The reason I'm more harsh about this than the first half is there's so much space to hit that pass. It doesn't even have to be perfect.
No.
You have so much margin for error, and Enzo can still get there.
Exactly, just in the direction. And that's why I said that one's just under. I will not defend it. Now, what I will say is, if we're still talking about Delap doing this in like 10 games' time, then fine. You can rip his strengths.
That's kind of where I'm at.
It's like, he needs to build up. Like you said, like someone said he hasn't got any chemistry with João Pedro, but they need to build that up. Do you know what I mean? You can't just like, if they haven't like played. Some people have it instantly, right? Like for weirdness reasons, Palmer and Jackson had it ridiculous. For some reason, they hit it off real good. But I just, on a side note, all this like romanticism I see on net. Oh, well, if we had Jackson today, he would have had 2 assists. And I'm thinking to myself, why do we always do this? Don't we? Like, we always like when the player that leaves, who we said was shit before.
Yeah, we do this all the time.
We always romanticize it and stuff like that. It's like, bro, it's like it just rocks my mind. That's why I mute most of my group chats now during the games, because I just can't be fucked. So
the only time I can remember it didn't happen was when we went from Kai Havertz to Jackson, because that was like a pretty upwards improvement versus what we had from Kai Havertz. But now it's kind of settled.
Yeah,
now it's kind of become the same, but there was like an improvement based on.
We didn't really rip apart Jackson until like second half of last season.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We're very forgiving of him.
But
Jackson
I mean,
got like 18 months of protection and support.
Yeah, exactly. This guy's not even had 18 games and he's getting ripped to shreds.
So just for the sake of conversation, right? Let me just throw this into the mix, and also shout out the chat. If you guys have already smashed up the like button, thank you. If you haven't, there's a lot of you in here right now, almost 80 of you. So smash up that like button. It helps out with the YouTube algorithm, please. So the thing I was going to ask, do you guys reckon that because Liam hasn't played enough games with the team yet, right? He's had a handful of games. I think, 2 starts in Club World Cup, 3 or 4 in the league. Not even, maybe just 3 or 2 in the league.
One of the games he started, he came off like 10 minutes, 20 minutes because of the injury.
Yeah, exactly. Do you guys reckon that part of what could be the issue is that he, unlike Jackson, I feel like Jackson understood his role in this Maresca system last season, where like build up play, if I'm in a striker position, score, but it was more about build up play, link up, and all that stuff. Do you think for Delap, he's that type of striker where he's more used to receiving the ball in a goal scoring position versus building up towards an assist or getting GNA?
He just looks like a guy who's second guessing things happening in front of him. I don't
That's
think it's
what I'm
deeper
saying,
than that.
Yeah.
Like, cause like the Enzo one, like, brother, you're not playing that because you're a box striker.
Yeah.
The only reason you're not playing that obvious ball across the box is because you don't want to fuck up.
Do you know,
Yeah,
you know
basically.
why? No, I now think I know why he didn't play that. Do you remember in the first half there was a break on, and he made a pass with Gittins, and it was on his left,
Yeah.
and it was like, and he, I don't know what he tried to do, but the ball ended up going to the goalkeeper, and I'm thinking to myself, he's got Chalobah's left foot essentially. Do you know what I mean? As a striker, right? And it was as a passing thing. And I'm thinking to myself, he's not confident he can get the ball. He's not confident he can get the ball to him with his left foot. And I think that was what really was like. I can't.
Yep.
I can't do that.
I agree with that because like Marshall, that sort of stuff as well. Like we can say like it's not a system thing by the way, Delap. Like
no,
because he played in the transition system last season.
Yeah.
Like most of the transition stuff, he should be fine with, and that sort of stuff isn't a chemistry issue. What we just saw of the chemistry issue is him making a run and someone not finding him. That's a chemistry issue because players don't understand the runs he's making. But him getting in positions where he has to hold the ball up, where he has to, like that Enzo one, like the both Enzo ones actually, the one in the first half and the one in the second half. That's like Pete said. That's a confidence thing. That's you're not
purely confidence.
Yeah, that's confidence because a confident player makes that pass, makes those passes, you know. Or in the first one, a confident player maybe doesn't make that pass, but drives forward at the defender, causes a problem in terms of his shot. He shot that into Rosette.
Yeah.
So it's like that's a confidence thing. That's not a system. That's not a chemistry. That's confidence. That's all that is.
He scores if he bags a goal against either Barcelona or Arsenal. You watch his game change.
Yeah,
it would just change. It was just who got a goal?
We saw it happen in one game. What was the game he scored?
It just completely changed. It was for us this season, wasn't it? Someone scored and it completely changed their game.
Oh, it's Enzo. No, Andy, you're talking about.
Was it João Pedro?
No, I tell you the game. I don't know if you're talking about the same one, but it was Enzo. Have we played Villa yet this season or not?
No.
It was Villa last season. Then Enzo was playing like shit for most of that game. He scored in the first half, towards the end of the first half, and from that moment on, he was excellent.
Yes. Yeah.
He was excellent because the confidence just came.
Even João Pedro against Spurs, right? He missed that chance before he scored. Then he scored, and then he was like completely unplayable. Should have scored a couple of more. But it's like that. If he bagged like the goal, it's the old saying: the goals will bring confidence, and that's what goals for a striker is like oxygen. You know what I mean? It's like
definitely
they need it, and it's like if he bags. I'm not talking about like a little someone boots the ball off his knee and it goes and gets past. I'm talking about a proper goal. Do you know what I mean? Like an instinctual finish. You know what I mean? You'll see the difference in him when he's like that. When it will just give him so much confidence and stuff like that. And you know, like I said, if we're still talking about this performance in 10 games time, then yeah, rip him to shreds. You know what I mean? But you know, I'm not going to have this like, we
play the ball across the box when you have the opportunity, brother.
Or do you know what?
Please.
If I was Maresca today, I'd say, okay, you don't trust your left foot. Just try it with your right, even if it doesn't go to him. Just try it. Just try it with your
Honestly,
right.
yes. But like not playing that pass, I was like, I can't believe
not even
what I'm watching.
attempting to play that pass is the thing.
Yes,
you know
I just can't.
Actually, you were right. Do you know what he could have done? It doesn't need to be on the floor. He could have looped. He could have chipped that. He could have just chipped that.
There's like I'm only like there's so much margin for error in that exact situation. Enzo's beyond everybody else. You have probably 10 yards in front of Dubravka and between Dubravka and Enzo, where Enzo's gonna win the ball.
Yeah.
You could dink that. You could try a Trivela with your right foot. You could go for a simple pass on your left. You don't have to worry about hitting him perfectly in stride. Like he has time to adjust as well. Like, there's just so many. Like, it just seems so obvious. And then when he didn't do it, I was like, I can't believe we just turned down a goal. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Imagine I tell you right now. I put it right now. If we score that, I think we win that game 4-0.
Yes.
Yeah. Probably. We open it up.
Yeah.
That was before. That was before our team started moving shook.
Yeah. Exactly.
Next back to 6. Arsenal home, Leeds away, Bournemouth away.
Arsenal's gonna be a tough game.
You know what I saw, by the way? I saw that we have won the past 9 12:30 p.m. fixtures in a row.
This guy's late.
And my bad, 8. And the 9th one is the Newcastle one away.
This guy's late.
That's a rough one.
Marshall
we
just
always
said
say
this.
Newcastle at 12.
I did say that in the beginning. Yeah.
It's always quite
But like
This guy's
that's
late.
that is a
Unbelievable.
rough one.
Yeah, it's a
rough
write-off.
one.
Streak's over. Anyways,
Yeah.
I mean,
this is,
I tell you what,
That's a tough one.
what made me believe.
at least we're not coming back from international break
If
for that
this
one.
title race is real, right? If we're in a title race, you know what made me believe?
What?
We win at 2 grounds, and one of them's Newcastle. Guess what the other one would be? And I know it's a new ground as well, but the team we always
Everton?
Yes,
Everton.
Everton.
If we win those two away games, then I will really start to believe something's happening.
I need to see what Everton does against Manchester United to see
No,
how
I
difficult
don't,
that game is
it's
going
like,
to
no,
be.
just the actual. I know it's not Goodison, but the actual Everton we always mess up against away.
Yeah.
And Newcastle's the same. It's like if
No,
we do
that's true.
something, if we win both those games, then I'll something's happening.
I mean, even Bournemouth is a little bit of a tricky
That's a
one.
tricky
I'm not
one.
gonna lie.
That's a
Yeah.
no,
tricky
it's
one.
not. No, it's not.
Did you? By the way,
Nah.
Bournemouth was down 2-0 to West Ham in the first half.
No Semenyo today.
No Semenyo though, and that's the
I mean,
guy.
if they have Semenyo
He's the
against
guy.
us, then it's gonna be.
Yeah,
How long is he out
Semenyo's the guy that worries me. Other than that, I think we'll be all right.
No,
but-
maybe he's like too preoccupied with moving, so he won't play again. You know what I mean?
or getting married.
I
I
don't
think
blame
that's
him.
why he had an injury or something. He proposed.
I'd be more worried about going to Liverpool than actually staying at Bournemouth. You know what I mean?
But you know, in continuation to the striker thing, right? We were just talking about. It's kind of a damning. Like we were talking about confidence and all that. I think it's not helpful to your confidence when Mark Guiu comes on and does the one thing that we were kind of talking about today, where, bro, hold up the ball and open up the play for the other player. And Enzo's box
Play a
crash. I
simple
think,
ball across. Play a simple ball across the
Yeah.
box.
I do think it's a little
not
bit of
hard.
chemistry too, because Surfer
I
mentioned it
don't agree.
earlier, and I was getting frustrated with this. It's not like João Pedro and Delap weren't making the runs. They were making runs in behind the defender or the center backs constantly throughout this game, and we just weren't finding them. Tosin not doing anything at all about
Sure,
it.
but
Chalobah,
when
forget
they
about
have
it.
the ball in those dangerous positions, they have to make it happen.
Yeah, 100%.
That's true.
And
That's true. Yeah.
just touching on João Pedro today, like, brother, he's starting to piss me off, man. Some of the stuff he's doing. Like
That's
he,
what I'm saying. It's like he doesn't. I've hardly.
do you know what I'm finding annoying?
Any real criticism of him today?
Do you know what I'm
Like,
finding
even
annoying
though-
about João Pedro? There are times he plays like he doesn't understand the physicality of this league, despite this
Yeah.
being his 6th year in English football.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Like, how
Yeah.
can you play like you don't really understand how physical this league is? You're on your 6th season of it. Like, at some point, you have to have realized how physical this league is. Teams like
But
Burnley are.
there's times where he looks like the best attacker in the league.
Yeah.
And it's like I would.
He has been
I
clinical
just
for
find
essentially for
I
the most
find
part.
that sort of variance in our players very irritating because it doesn't seem to be down to things opponents do to them. It's just how they show up that day.
This is the problem. That's the biggest problem with this team, in my
Yes.
opinion.
It's how
It's
how they roll out of bed.
Exactly. It's not any opposition.
You're not wrong.
There was a whole thing.
It's frustrating.
There was a whole thing about context this week about taking out like the word fear used at Burnley. It wasn't fear of Burnley. It was fear how we were going to turn up and play. That's what it was, right? Because we've seen this before, where on paper the teams that Chelsea are favourites over, most times they don't race their games for. Like I said, I have no doubt that against Barcelona and Arsenal they will raise their games like they usually do. Okay, I have no doubt about that. It's like, okay, after the Arsenal game, what's your reaction going to be when we go away to Leeds? You know what I mean?
Leeds and Bournemouth away after those 2 games will tell me more than these next 2 games.
I'm more worried about.
Wow.
I'm more worried about Leeds than Arsenal.
Wow.
Not because of the opposition, because of us.
Yeah.
It was the same way. Like they
Same way
beat
going into these
Tottenham.
next 3 fixtures.
They beat Tottenham. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, yes, we won!" Even though we always fucking win that game.
We always win.
I don't know
Yes,
why
that's
anybody
true.
was pretending anything other than the win was going to happen. And then we go to Karabag and we drop points, and it's
We
like,
shit the
guys,
bed. Yeah, we
you
shit the bed.
can't do that. I'm sorry. That's just not how this is supposed to work.
Exactly.
I don't
It's-
know.
it's
Yeah,
strange
like
behavior.
obviously big week, right? Barca, Arsenal. If you ask me,
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather win against Barca than win against Arsenal if I had to only win one of them. Some of you might disagree. That's fine. I don't really want to have like a long debate about it. I just would prioritize top 8 in UCL and staying out of that playoff at all possible. Yeah, the 2 away games in the week after that are going to tell us a lot about our season, because all this title race talk is great and it's fun and it's nice and it's cool to 100% have.
100% forced though.
But if we don't have a good December for the first time in like 8 years, there's not going to be a title race hypothetical discussion a month from now.
Yeah, I think it's more, for me, it's more of a, it's not a title race talk, it's keep out of a top 4 race talk. That's what it is for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even, just win the damn games and build some momentum.
Yeah, that's something I'd say. I don't even want to look ahead. I know I said Leeds, but I'm not even looking ahead to Arsenal. I'm just get Barcelona done, get focused on Barcelona, try and beat them, and then you can focus on Arsenal after that. I don't like this. Like, I'd rather do one game at a time than try and go,
That's fair.
we're definitely going to pick up points here. And no. This team hasn't earned the right for me to do that. Do you know what I mean? It's not. It's not
have a good December for the first time in like a generation.
Yes.
Have a good December.
Please.
Have a good December, and then we can have bigger picture conversations.
Yeah. If we come out of the winter period still within 5 to 3 points of the top, then I'll hear the title race talk.
But
I don't even care about that. How many games do we have between? Because we could all start losing, and we could be within 5 points, and also be playing like shit. Like that could happen.
What's also crucial is it's not just December. January's a hectic month because you've got 2 games. You got the final 2 games of the Champions League group. We don't know what standing we're going to be in there. We've got a potential first leg semi-final of the League Cup. You've got the FA Cup that's introduced, plus league games. Do you know what I mean? So I'm looking like February, like what shape we're going to be in February.
But even then, right? Like I going to what RSM is saying, right? With the whole get me through December. Because I remember last year we talked about this. We had this adamant discussion where I always said, for me, I'm not having this discussion about Chelsea being in a title race until after December, because December is always that damning month. And I even said to Scott backstage before we started the show, I think we're going to be forced into a title race conversation no matter where we go, simply because we're, as of right now, and if it trends this way, we're the only ones really competing to be in that first spot right now, right? Man City's obviously going to be in that conversation, but they drop points today. We'll see what they do next time. I think something that favors us this season versus last season is that we got our injuries early in the season, going into this season. Now, going into January, we have players coming back from injury. Palmer, Isugo, Badiashile is back now. Wesley Fofana's back now. Lavia, we'll see if he's back before January, but he could potentially come back and make an impact on this team. Am I forgetting anyone?
Yeah, right, brother.
Well, yeah, we'll see. That's what I said. We'll see. That's optimistic of me.
I don't think
compared to other teams where other teams seem to be like they started off fit and they're falling off. They're getting injuries here and there. We're actually getting people back from injury. So the timing of it is kind of like, okay, cool. I don't even care if we're in first place by January. If you can keep me in the conversation, that is a lot better than where we were last season.
Win the games. We have 6 games. Leeds away, Bournemouth away, Everton at home. Newcastle away, Villa and Bournemouth at home. Win 5 of those games. I'll forgive the eventual loss to Newcastle. And I will have faith in you. Win the games. Is that simple?
We already know. Pete's not going to wake up for that one. He's just assuming.
No, I'll wake up, I'll watch, but I'm not expecting anything other than 0
Last time you did, bro. One of these. One of these.
Yeah, man.
Wait, what time is it for you for kickoff?
It's an early
4:30.
Oh,
in the morning.
Today was
4:30.
Yeah, I know it's in the morning. I don't
I'm
think
just
if you
making sure.
I don't think if you complain that 4:30 p.m. kickoff, that's gonna be too early.
Do you think he's like 8 hours ahead?
8 hours ahead.
Just win the games in December for the first time in fucking 8 years, dude.
The thing is, I'm willing to even lower the expectation a little bit because I know this team. Where it's
win the
just
games.
keep me in the conversation.
No, keep winning the games keeps us in the conversation. Win the games.
I just don't think we're gonna win every game. Like I don't know.
I'm not saying we're gonna win every game. 5 out of 6 with these fixtures is not impossible. It's not like we're playing Everton away. We're playing Everton at home. There's like one genuinely impossible away fixture here. The other 2 are Leeds and Bournemouth. Like we should be able to be okay. And then Villa, Everton, and Bournemouth at home. While Semenyo, their best player, is going to be at AFCON, it'll be fine. It should be, right?
Yeah. One would hope.
Yeah, like obviously that sounds great. 15 points out of 18. Who the fuck wouldn't take that? But like just win the games, man.
I did want to respect the super chat. Omar V7, thank you so much for the £5 super chat. I don't know how I feel about this, but we need to promote Samuel Raksaki. He looked good in Conference League last season. For me, one more big injury to Lavia. Send him to Strasbourg. Thoughts panel.
Here's the problem. We don't need to do that because that's what we bought Asugu for. Asugu's on his way back. Santos is there. We don't need to promote anyone
Plus
else.
the wage he's on. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think they're going to bother.
No.
Raksaki, listen, I like what he's doing at the youth level, but I rather just let him develop, not have to rush. He will get games. There's no denying that. He will get his opportunities, but
I don't think he'll get games.
I wouldn't wish Lavia my worst enemy, let alone Strasbourg.
No, surely he'll get some games.
Sending him to Strasbourg will be a waste of time. It's like what will be the purpose to sending him to Strasbourg?
Just so he can get injured at Strasbourg, man.
Like if you don't think he has a future at the football club because of his injuries, you sell him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sending him to Strasbourg's a waste of time.
Yeah. So I think if anything, he'd get sold, but I don't think they're in a rush at all to sell him, considering he's on 70.
They're not going to sell him unless they got. They're not going to sell him unless they got Wharton or Anderson set up.
That's also true.
Bigger issue is there's no market for Romeo Lavia.
There's no market for him whatsoever.
Yeah, and he's being paid literally like peanuts compared to the rest of the squad. So
the overall thing,
it won't be hard to move him on if and when we have to.
The thing for him would be not even to send him on loan to Strasbourg, but just send him on loan somewhere for like a couple of years because he still has a big lengthy contract when he comes back, and see if he does anything to try and build up a market for him.
Even better, according to Capology, he's at 56K a week.
Yeah,
less than 70 what I initially touted. So it's nothing.
It's nothing. Yeah, and he's not going to get a wage. He hasn't played. He's not going to get a wage increase. He hasn't played that much to earn.
He should get a wage decrease, man.
Yeah.
56K
part of his wage.
56K a week to just be injured is incredible, dude. Let me be Lavia for the next 10 weeks, and you'd never hear from me again.
Another thing I wanted to touch on today, because I feel like last time something like this was brought up, we were critical of it. I think this time maybe me and maybe a few of us in the panel.
I don't know.
Enzo Maresca. Today we expected Burnley back 5 and they were back 4. So after 20 minutes, we needed to change the plan and the players adapt. I learned things, so I'm very happy. What was the last game where that happened? He came out with the comments saying we were expecting this from this team. And
Sunderland.
It was Sunderland, right? Yeah.
To be fair, I was expecting a back 5 from Burnley as well.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They did.
They've been switching. They've been switching fairly regularly between like a back 5 and then a 5-man midfield with the 3 guys that played today.
Old Trafford, they played a 5 against Liverpool and Arsenal, and they came up. They played a 4 against smaller teams. I'm surprised.
I bet their fans wish they played a back 5.
I mean, to be honest.
To be fair, they were pretty good today.
They didn't have like a. I don't think their idea was wrong. I think their players are just kind of shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, like they had their chances. Like Fleming could have scored in the second half. They were decent. It's just
Not only should he have scored, he almost hit that like out of the stadium. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's what you get when you go for championship strikers.
Yeah, like I thought that was good in terms of if that did happen. I don't know if I noticed a specific change in terms of the way we were playing. It just kind of seemed like the what's it called? The players just switched on a little bit more after that first kind of 25-30 minutes.
Ghana Semenyo's not an AFCON? hold on. Ghana didn't make it.
Ghana
That's right. My bad, guys.
Yeah, Ghana didn't qualify.
My bad.
Yeah,
Never
like
mind.
I don't think they what's it called? They really changed. It didn't look like they changed anything tactically. Like I said, it just looked like the players switched on. But if they did, then I just didn't notice. Good. Means they're learning. Yeah, like it's hard to judge against that Burnley team because like even though they were kind of causing problems to us, it's also the quality in that team wasn't great. So it's just a bit hard to judge. Like how much that made a difference, really.
I gave it the good old try.
One thing I will say, the only part of like the only thing I didn't really have an issue with it too much. I just found some of it weird. Was like a couple of his subs, like mainly the Gusto one. Like it ended up working, and like it didn't really have a negative impact. I just found it a bit odd. It looked like we were shutting up shop, but like I mean, you just wanted another midfielder, and then didn't want to bring on Caicedo.
I think he took the lap off.
Big up TJ.
He took the lap off, right?
He took the lap for.
But I think he was just
for Gusto.
I think it was just like he's very keen on managing minutes for players when they come back from injury and stuff like that.
I mean,
you know
to be fair,
like, and he pushed Pedro and Enzo up into further places and had basically just asked him to do a job in midfield like he did against Liverpool and Forest and stuff like that. So.
The Reece James one, by the way, I had no issue with. I think I saw a couple of them. That was fine. Like save him for Barcelona and for Arsenal and whatnot. That was absolutely fine.
He's saving him.
It was scary though because none of us knew. So it was like,
Marshall, I expected that's what it was for. Like taking him off a half, and also getting
Marshall too. That was.
And also, like giving Baddy a short minutes in terms of him just coming back.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think for one moment he was actually injured.
That's what I thought.
No, we would have heard it. Do you know what I mean? They're not. People aren't good at keeping that type of stuff hidden. Even like
once I saw him come out with a smile and walking out to the pitch, I was like, oh, he's fine.
Yeah, it was fine.
Like they can't actually tell the general public that Reece James is only going to play 45 minutes.
Exactly.
That's true.
Exactly, yeah.
Like
that's
you're
true.
also like just not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get why people are like, "Oh my God, was he hurt?" I'm like, you don't go sit on the bench after getting taken off for injury.
Especially that
you would be in the treatment room getting treatment.
That bench is from the 19th century anyway, the way it's designed anyway. You didn't sit on that bench.
Really old bench, man.
Very old bench. Yeah, very old bench.
But yeah, I think he had a pretty decent performance. He got taken off, rested. I guess considering all the players that have been rested, players that didn't show up on the pitch, Caicedo being involved in that. I guess going into Barcelona, I think it's pretty straightforward who's going to start, who's going to play. It's probably going to be Garnacho on the left, Esteval on the right. The striker situation.
I don't know.
Garnacho's going to play?
I don't know.
Because of the pace?
Yeah, but Neto's work rate and all that.
Yeah, he
But Neto played 90 minutes today.
Yeah, but he's experienced. He's older.
But the
he
thing
can
is,
go back to back, I think.
This is if we were playing Carrot Bag up next, I can understand him not starting Neto. But Neto is one of the guys like with like 4, 5, 6 players and nucleus that always start games no matter what they've played before.
Yeah.
Like it's usually Caicedo, Enzo, him, Sanchez, obviously Cucurella, and more recently Reece James and stuff like that. They always start. My thing would be I think he's going to make another centre back partnership change and start Fofana.
Oh, Fofana, yeah.
I think he's going to start Fofana.
Fofana and Hato, or Fofana and
No. I'm talking about Fofana.
Would you keep
one of the others?
Keep Hato off the fucking pitch on Tuesday. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Would you not?
No chance.
Would you not want to change it for Barcelona?
No. I know. I don't doubt there will be changes because he's made changes in every game this season. So I have no doubt about that.
Maybe it is Fofana body issue.
I just think like.
Nah, you guys are about to see. You guys are about to see Fofana and Chalobah.
That's what
I think. Yeah, I think it's going to be
Fofana,
Chalobah, Fofana, Tosin.
I think.
I mean, they looked okay so far.
No,
This
no,
season.
no
I
shot.
can't
No shot
complain.
is gonna be Fofana Tosin. No way.
Okay, but I'm just saying Fofana's. I think Fofana's definitely going to start.
Yeah,
We're about
Fofana.
to see
Yeah,
Fofana
100%.
Chalobah on Tuesday, and then we're about to see Fofana and Badiashile on Sunday.
I don't know.
Might be.
I disagree with the Sunday thing because they're very like managing. They're doing the Reese thing with Fofana and not really.
You don't think so? We play on Tuesday. It's like 4 days between.
I know, but he's very since he's come in with this medical stuff. They're very cautious the way the long-term injury players.
I could see Fofana playing twice and then not playing in like the next week. I think it's going to be something like that.
No, I think Fofana they're going to do the every other game thing for him. Like he'll play like Leeds, won't play Bournemouth, play the Cardiff match, League Cup, and won't play the league game after that, whatever it is. But then again, I've seen no any stream that do the predictive lineups has got anyone right so far this season with Maresca. None of them got any. Like I didn't see him dropping Caicedo yesterday, or from this match and stuff like that, or Kitten starting. So anyone, if you can predict Maresca's lineups, you put the lottery numbers on. You know what I mean? So that'll be interesting. Very interesting. I need to see.
When was the last time Fofana played, by the way? Was it Wolves?
No,
Was it
Wolves, right? Wolves. He played like 90 minutes.
So he's had a big break. He wasn't injured, right?
No,
So
but
he's
you're still managing him. He's had this is a guy who's had constant knee injuries since he's been with us. You know what I mean? He's like you have to manage him. I just need on Tuesday. I need to see your Mal play and get pocketed by Cucurella because then.
We do need our best back line on that day. I feel like if you nullify their attack, you can get past their defense no problem. They do that high line.
The high line, the high line's very key as well. It's like, will he start? Like, I can see a call to start Garnacho with his pace.
Yes.
Just the rest of him. That's an issue. Yeah.
I do think it's gonna be because of the pace that he gets a nod to start.
But Neto isn't slow. Like we've seen him.
Could he do this?
He's not as quick as Garnacho, but
could he do this? Is it out of all reason and logic? And I don't care what anyone says. Could he do a front three of Garnacho on the left?
Okay.
Esteban on the right, and Pedro Neto in the middle.
As a 10?
No, as a 9.
As a striker.
Oh, 9.
Which he has done this season.
With João Pedro behind him, he could.
Just for the high line.
You know what it'd be? It's probably going to be Tariq George.
We're not gonna have
if he's going to choose someone.
Tariq George against Barcelona. Okay, buddy.
I
hear
if that happens,
the problem is, as much as I agree with you, Pete, George has been scoring goals.
Yeah, but
that's fine.
I think that's what
Think about what you just said. We've seen.
I know. I don't agree with it.
We've seen Pedro Neto play in that 9 position under this manager. You've seen he likes to use João Pedro as a 10. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the Garnacho pace element and like Esteval makes sense. That would make more sense than just putting Delap out there, like to me, in Delap's like current state. But I just have a feeling it's going to be Delap again on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Whatever. Just get me a goal. There'll be plenty of space to run into.
Yeah, exactly. He's got to get a lot.
Make the obvious choices when they present themselves, please.
You have to against Barcelona, man. You have to.
100%.
It's not even. We need this win as well because we fucked up.
If we don't get this win, we're not getting top 8.
I don't know about that.
No, we can still get top 8 even if we don't get a result against Barcelona with the other team.
But you
as long as we don't, if we get a draw, we're a lot better off than we lose. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
considering
still good.
Chris, considering our last
if we lose, then we need to wait on other results. If we draw, it's still in our hands.
That's what I mean. Like,
Chris, considering our last 3 games are Atalanta, who are terrible, Paphos, who might be the only other team in this Champions League that's worse than Benfica.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a bit of a drag.
We played Ajax. Ajax are worse.
That's true. Okay, that's true. And then Napoli, who are very low-key hilarious, but like nobody has noticed yet this season.
That'd be so sweet to go to Napoli.
Oh my god!
There's a lot of teams.
Yeah, no, Marshall. Hold on a second, Marshall. Don't scroll up. Where are they currently in the league? in the league phase.
Napoli?
They're 24th, yeah?
24th.
Yeah.
Go 4 places higher.
Paphos.
Huh. That's interesting.
They're under. Wow, Paphos has more points than them.
Wasn't Paphos a musketeer or something?
Wait, Ahmed's back.
Hell if I know. Hell if I.
You guys, this point about Karabakh doesn't make sense. Look at where Karabakh are in this league. They're not bad. I don't know why people like to lie.
I mean,
God.
I think it's
Yes, Karabakh, like, I know the name sounds hilarious.
Yeah.
And, like, because I know we beat them, like, fucking 5-0 back in, like,
2
15,
wins,
16
1 draw,
or
1
whatever.
loss.
We cut out.
Oh, okay.
Also, Marshall, are we gonna touch on Tolson's comments?
He said
What
something?
comments?
What did he say?
Apparently, what I'm seeing is that he said, what they're saying in the group chat, they're saying that he said, speaking to the media, that we believe that we're in the title race, that the World Cup gave us confidence. That's what he said.
Confidence,
Yeah, he's juicing. He's juicing. He's juicing. on that, man. He's juicing. on that.
Let's talk him more defending, buddy.
Listen, I like
More agility, please. Can you get 10 plus agility?
No, I like it.
Yo,
I like it. No, I like it because last year Maresca came out and said we weren't in a title.
That
race.
is kind of
These
true,
players-
actually.
These players used it as an excuse, and then down and we had went in that bad form. No, keep that mentality. Keep that
Nope,
mentality.
right message, wrong messenger.
Yeah.
Play some line-breaking passes.
Yeah, exactly.
You
That's
know,
actually true.
I know. Listen, I was awake.
I know it's not fashionable to tell niggas to shut up and dribble, but, like, come on, brother.
Yeah, shut up and dribble. Literally, I was about to say, he just told him shut up and dribble.
You
That's
know,
crazy.
I'm at final point because I got to bounce.
No, because you know I was away obviously for the Delap stuff, but
Bro,
I just want
it's
to say,
gonna take,
listen.
8 years.
No, the 2 seconds. Listen, he's a young guy. He just come back from injury. Let him
Real
take his
Somali
time to
talk
develop.
day.
We only brought him for 30 million. Remember? Let him give him
Delap.
time and develop. That's it. I'm gonna say. You know, certain people were glazing up Jackson just for doing half turns. Like, chill out, please. Let's have some respect.
You don't like Jackson?
We really gave Ahmed the ball and ISO with the clock winding down to get off some shit point about Jackson. Big up, man.
Why did you have to bring the Bronny James of this panel on? Okay,
You guys remember that Denzel Valentine airball for the Bulls with the game on the line? That's what Ahmed just did.
This is Bronny James. This is Bronny James, man, not taking
This is Denzel Valentine, #1 option hoops, man. What is happening? This is
Oh yeah, what time is it on?
This is Michael Carter Williams in the Sixers when they won 11 games, man. Let's go.
All right. With that being said, ladies and gents, I'm gonna wrap it up here.
Marshall's got
I'm
to
gonna.
go. He's got.
I have
What
to
do you got, Marshall?
cook.
Where you going,
I have to cook Hussam. We're gonna call him
Hussam?
Hussam until he can win 3 games in a row, bro.
Bro, start with 2. What
Just
the
not
fuck?
lose. Yeah, right now Liverpool are in absolute shambles, man.
Start with 1.
Actually,
start with 1. Stop.
Yeah, just 1. Yeah,
Fucking
actually.
terrible.
You could tell Sam, listen, not cutting my hair until Arne Slot wins 2 games in a row.
But by the way, this is
Nah, it should be 2 clean sheets in a row.
This is so reminiscent. This is so reminiscent of Chelsea 15-16, where they were rubbish in the league but good in the Champions League. Do you remember us when we were rubbish in the league but good in the Champions League? Like we kept winning the games in the Champions League.
The thing is, when we were losing under Jose, and everybody's like, "What's happening?" Like, Liverpool are legit just getting smoked every week.
Yeah.
Bro, they conceded 20 goals already. 20 goals.
They owe the league goals, bro. -2 goal difference right now.
What is the equivalent of Chelsea losing 3-0 at home to Forest as defending champions? Like, remember when we were 3-0 down to Burnley?
Didn't we lose badly to
but
Southampton
we
like
put it back
3-1
to
as well?
3-2, didn't we? Right at the end. Yeah.
No, we lost 2-1 to Southampton.
It was a 2-1.
Yeah, we lost 3-1 to Liverpool.
I still
Ironically
15-16 was a rough season. That was rough. I couldn't work out what was happening.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a discussion.
I'll tell you what the equivalent is. 3-1 at home to Spurs. That's what the equivalent is.
You know what? Good point.
That's
That guy is a criminal, by the way.
Terrorist.
We're gonna, depending on what
That's
happens.
That's our only home loss to Spurs in Surfer's entire life.
Ever. Generations.
Every single year he's been on this earth. We lost to Spurs 1 time, and it was the guy with hair plugs.
I had nearly had a perfect record until that hair plug merchant came to this club. Not just in the Premier League, in all competitions. Not just Premier League, in all competitions. Never lost at home. And then this guy popped up. Honestly.
We're gonna have to have a discussion at some point, depending on how the season goes, about worst title defenses.
This is it.
Liverpool
is.
Hey, we're sliding down the list, man. Let's go.
This is it, Marshall.
Listen, Slot a go because he's taking the worst title defense from Mourinho, man. Thank you, Slot.
Because they spent 450 million to make themselves better.
Well, over. They spent
half a billy to be this cheats, bro. Half a billy.
It's really bad. Isak was there today, by the way, people. He didn't score.
I suck. You mean I suck? Yeah, he was there for sure.
The new
I suck was there.
He touched the ball 3 times in the second half.
Wait, he played?
Hey, man. I was gonna say.
Thank you for letting me know, Surfer. Now I know what to cook Hussam with.
Sean Dyche, real
Q-Sam. Until he can win a game, man. He's Q-Sam.
We look forward to.
He actually started?
Yes.
I didn't realize.
But big up every single one of you. We're gonna close it out here. We're gonna raid out to Don Sam's channel. Be sure to copy and paste the raid message so he knows where you're coming from. And listen, this is one of the few times since I've met the guy that can cook him. So I'm gonna take this opportunity and
slot out. Make sure you add that to the soundboard before you get in.
Slot out.
Slot out. That's my analysis of the slot situation. Slot out.
You should say to him, they could have done. They could have done with a shin kicker in their midfield today.
Big up to every single one of you. Be sure to smash up the like button if you haven't done so already. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new here. All of that helps out with the YouTube algorithm big time. Hype up the video if you have hype points to use. Helps us out as well. Hype up the video. Hold on, I got this. Hype up the video, because it helps out with the YouTube algorithm. We'll be back again tomorrow for a Casually Chelsea show. We'll be talking about a few topics as well as some news that came out, injuries, the front of shirt and all that stuff, and any updates as well. And memberships. Check out all the memberships. There's 4 different memberships. First one starts at less than $1. And if you are a proper casual, you get a shout out at the end of every show. That's going to go out to... Oops, I read this wrong. It's gonna go out to.
Calm down.
I'm bottling it.
Calm down.
I bottled it.
Picture.
The lights are too bright. The lights are too bright.
Lights are too bright. Turn off the lights. Big up to Varna, JB's, Gabriel Mejia, Ish, Hater, Wakas, Staff 5050, SDFC Benny, Johnny Bravo Pels, EPL Turf, JC, Dark, Lanray Sadiq, A Soliman, EE, and Adrian. Big up to you guys for your support at the Proper Casual tier. And we'll see you guys again tomorrow for more Casually FC. Big up, boys. Good win. Have a wonderful night. Stay casual. Peace.